this is just like, I mean, I know we don't really care too much about this, but Megan Thee Stallion just came out and said that basically that Tory Lanez shot at her, this happened in like 2020, but it blew my mind. He basically, like, they came home from the club, and because Megan Thee Stallion's a pretty big deal.
No. I think he shot her.
He
shot her foot.
There were bullet fragments in her foot. That means there's no bullet holes in her foot. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still bad. Like, it's still bad. They got home from the club, and like she was like insulting him and wanted him to like open the door up and, you know, maybe being a bitch, and then but then he just like goes crazy
through the door.
And just said dance bitch and shot 5 times, and yeah, he said dance bitch, and then like insane,
hard.
and then he paid her $1 million or offered her $1 million to not say anything.
I think in the latest Drake song, he says something about Meg Thee Stallion like capping.
What's the line exactly?
Drake raps, "This bitch lie about getting shots, but she's still a stallion."
Ooh.
Wow. Drake is so weird.
He's
so awesome, but
Did you see his thing that he bought a diamond necklace that has like 42 engagement diamonds, and it's for the 42 times he wanted to propose?
42 times?
Yeah, it seems oddly specific.
Just oddly high.
He kept track of all that?
Yeah, that's what I'm
You'd
wondering.
think after 10 you'd be like, yeah, you know, felt like I was in love, but it just...
And bought different rings every single time.
I think he probably just wanted a really expensive necklace.
Yeah, and wanted some reasoning behind it.
Wanted a good story so people would talk
more
about it.
Makes a little bit more sense. Do you guys think Drake is overhyped?
I think that his songs are slightly, at least for my taste in music, they're a little slow and like kind of just too like lovey-dovey and just a little bit soft. Like you're trying to get in your feels almost, which I don't really want to do. But I do think that he's a legend in the fact that everyone else loves him, and clearly I think he's like got to be one of the highest earning artists.
Have you guys seen Drake's plane?
I was just going to bring that up.
It's a charter, like full on
747 Boeing.
Yeah,
Like
commercial plane for like 300 passengers probably.
Outfitted into
Just for him.
a personal jet.
And I was going to bring it up because now he was the only musical artist to have a plane that size.
I'm pretty sure they gave it to
But
him.
Yeah,
Now,
I think
that's
Boeing
right.
gave that to him, which at the time, I remember when I saw that, I was like, man, why would they do that? But now, every time I think of Drake, don't even remember his name, Blake. Now, every time I think of Drake, I'm like, man, I know that he's like big deal, but then I think of his plane, I'm like, who else just gets gifted a Boeing 747 that isn't like the greatest of all times in the eyes of like the masses? Because nobody else has that. Nobody else has been gifted something like that. So maybe it's just like me conforming to the rest of society thinking that way. But I'm like, yeah, no, he is probably a GOAT because of that.
It was a gift from the Canadian Air Cargo Carrier Cargo Jet. It was used.
That's
Still
pretty
worth like
cool.
$100 million. It's a
That is
767.
They just
Crazy.
gave it to him.
Yeah, I forgot that it
What
was
the
a
fuck?
gift. That's
That's crazy.
insane. Because I was just going to say, DJ Khaled just posted a video of him like plane shopping for basically the same size plane as Drake. I'm like, yeah, now someone else did it. However, he's got to buy that shit.
Dude, I saw that video and I thought to myself, and I'm not even throwing shade, that plane has to cost so much money. So much freaking money. How does he have money to pay for that on top of all the other useless shit he's probably paying for?
If there's anybody
No
who's got
offense to him, but I'm
streaming
saying-
money, it's got to be DJ Khaled because he's just
guess,
like,
but-
slap the DJ Khaled on that. Slap the DJ Khaled on that.
When I saw that, all I'm saying is I was like, wow. I had no idea these guys were making this type of money.
Yeah.
Because, like, that kind of money is ridiculous. To buy the jet, like, let's say that jet is $100 million. It's a fuck ton of money.
Yeah,
but you
it's
got to pay to
crazy.
maintain it, store it, fuel it, fly it. You got to have people to fly it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just, that would be a nightmare in my opinion.
I guess it just goes back to, man, these guys got to be making so much
Right.
money where it's so easy to justify it because, yeah, it's a headache, but like when they got that much money, it ain't a headache.
Why
they
not
got
just
people
rent
for
it?
it.
I guess that's
I
true.
think there is something to be said about like DJ Khaled's probably like, I'm the greatest producer of all time. I ain't renting shit. I need
Yeah.
myself $100 million jet.
True.
Yeah. Dude, so speaking of planes and also renting stuff, like we got hit up by this I don't know, just
I
some dude.
saw this.
Yeah, I heard you talking about it too, Ryan. Just some dude that was like, hey, I don't know if he owns it or works for it, but this yacht chartering company, basically like renting yachts, and went to the page and looked. They have 114 pages of rentable yachts and sailboats, and there's 24 on each page, so they have like almost 3,000 yachts around the world that you can rent.
So what do you say to us?
Got to get you guys in for 7 days. And I mean, I'm sure we
Like
have
for free or we're
I
paying?
don't know. Probably
Or
not
wait.
for free.
So
Okay.
look at
But-
the top result. They sort by most expensive to least expensive.
This is assuming for 7 days. I think they're all kind of just around.
What's it
7
going to
days.
cost? Which I already know. I have no interest at.
$945,000. So basically, almost $1 million.
Ryan ain't
Who's
doing
paying
enough.
for that?
Ryan, your ads, Ryan, and they ain't paying for even 1% of it.
So
We're
who
not
is
even
paying
spending
for
a
that?
minute on that fucking boat.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
But
even a minute.
so
We
then
can
I'm-
look at it, maybe.
that one doesn't even look real. Like you look at it and it looks like it doesn't look real.
So this dude just hit us up and was like, "Hey, do you want to basically pay to
I mean,
use my
no,
service?"
I can read you the email. It's
Go to
pretty,
the-
it's pretty short-lived and boring, but
Go to the 114th page, and then that's probably more what the ones that.
Yeah,
It's a pontoon.
So, of
a
course,
21-foot pontoon.
it's actually not nearly as bad as you'd think. But I went all the way to the last page and then looked for the cheapest one. It's $1,350 for assuming 7 days, and
It's a dinghy.
no.
$1,300
Darn
for
near.
7
It's a
days.
darn near.
It's straight
It's a
up.
Lund fishing boat
It's
with a
straight up-
90 horse on the back.
It's like a two little bedroom, like little mini
kinda
yacht.
lit.
Yeah, I was like for $1,350.
Mini yacht. Hold up. Pull up the photo.
can
Pull
show-
up the photo.
A mini yacht,
It does all say plus
aka
expensive.
a pontoon.
Oh, so then
with a fishing
so then-
house on it.
But that's what I was wondering.
Mini
So-
yacht. It's a houseboat on a pontoon.